Hey guys, so let's get into some eyebrows. Remember, I'm Demi Dior Blue. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to my channel. This is my updated eyebrow tutorial that I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to show you how I do my signature brow again. Because that's what I keep getting asked. Can you go more depth with your eyebrow look? Can you go in more depth? So I mean, here it is for you guys. So here we go. I take a black liner and I underline the bottom of my brow, kind of like before you get to the outside of the brow. That's where I start. And I like to come back on this back part a little darker sometimes just to have that ombre effect, and it works out really cute. And then I'll take a little piece of the point and I'll pump a black mark right here, and that will be the beginning of our amazing eyebrows. Then I would like to grab a fluffy brush and just dust some powder in that brow just to make it a little bit softer and make that pigment really stick. Make that pigment really stick. And you see how it's looking? So next I'm going to take a spoolie. Take my spoolie and I'm going to lightly brush upward. The message of Kush also resonates across the diaspora. So I can get the Caribbean and Europe. Descendants of enslaved Africans look to the Nile Valley not as mythic, the ombre color going, and you see how good that looks. So you do the same thing to the other side. And the pyramids of Meroe have become symbols of resistance and pride. You want to take your time as best as you can and be as neat as you can. But don't forget that the concealer will do its job and clean up a lot of this, right? So before I do concealer though, I like to color correct my whole entire face because I feel like that's the best way to do it, and it stops you from like really having to keep going back in and out of your color corrector, and it helps you to just have that good skin complexion. So this is the brows all brushed out, right? Voila, they're looking good. So let's go in with our color corrector. I like to take my color corrector from Bodyology, Bodyography, one of the mother freakers, and I like to pat it in, and then I like to place what I already primed. I primed on my top lip, and I like to place it right here as well. Speaks directly to the crises of our time. As the modern world right there, right? Ecological imbalance, moral confusion, and alienation, the ancient Nile wisdom reveals another path. Then I like to come right here, and I like to pack a little bit where I have a scar at. I put a little bit, I'll do a rocking motion here to my mock crease, so if I put shadow there, it really pops. Now I'm just applicating, put it on using this brush as an applicator. I'm not going to use this brush to blend out with, so it's okay. I'm just going to put it where I need it right now, the most. This is why the revival of Kush is not merely an African, and that is where I like to put my color corrector for the time being. That looks amazing. So then I like to go in with a slanted brush, and I like to start to blend that out because it will become really sheer and blaring. It looks amazing, see? Really blurry. Right, then I grab my crease brush and get a healthy bit of that, like this much. And I like to just go right into my brow, ensuring that future generations understand that the story of the continent is one of genius, resilience, and creation. Meanwhile, the global diaspora okay, so forming a new Pan-African dialogue that transcends borders.
like that.
In virtual museums and online archives,
Do the same thing on this side.
Explore their shared heritage.
And the more you practice, the better you will become. Because this is not a hard task at all, but we always seem to figure ourselves out to think this is the hardest thing to do is put out makeup. It is the easiest known practice. You know what I mean? So it's not that hard. I have to fix the outside of my brow because I kind of messed up a little bit. But I'm going to just take this black, wipe this off a little bit. Yep, there we go. And just, you see how that just fixed it actually. And I'm just going to reinforce this back. Boy, don't ever get afraid of messing up. Don't be afraid of messing up. You can, whatever you can put on, you can take it off, okay? Don't ever let anybody tell you, oh, you can't take it off once you messed up. Who brought the supplies to the party? I mean, aren't they your stuff? Isn't it your stuff? So why would you let somebody tell you some bogus shit like that? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take my concealer brush and I'm going to go right in.
The legacy of Kush calls for a redefinition of civilization.
And I'm just going to start stippling motion that into my brow. Now look how that looks.
Between humanity and the cosmos. The pyramids of Meroe endure not because they resist time, but because they embody it. Their alignment with the sun marking eternity's rhythm. The consciousness that built them still flows.
Yeah, that looks amazing. Actually, look at that. Is that not like flawless at all? What the fuck? I'm getting better. So much better. So I like to smooth my concealer out and bring it under the eye as well. It saves me concealer. And it helps me to brighten my under eye. Now you see how I just brought that all the way around and it's not creasing or anything. You see that? Now pull it out your eye a little bit and just pat, pat, pat. We don't want to set any creases. Do the same thing on the other side. Now this is a amazing technique for me, especially when I don't have the time to just lollygag and do things of that nature. So yeah, I'll just start to stipple that under the eye.
As the sun descends over the Nubian sands, the light stretches across the ancient stones of Meroe, painting them in gold and crimson.
And as that is coming together, sister girl, it looks really good. So I'm going to take my brush again that I applied the color corrector with, and I'm going to use that to press any remaining product and mold it into my face.
The pyramids do not mourn their age, they proclaim continuity.
See what I'm saying? Like, now this is amazing money shot. Look at that. It's very, very nice to start off with, and you see how neatly, but how quickly I did that. It looks really good. So now I'm just going to continue to brush and buff under this part of my eye. Right?
From Kush to Kemet, from the highlands to the delta, that current built civilization.
It looks amazing, actually. And I want to go right into my pressed powder. With a more bushier brush, and I wanted to use my slanted brush just like this. I like to go with this pressed powder and set everything right here with a slanted brush because it gets in all the nooks and crannies, and I'll show you just like this. Bam, 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 bam. You see how I just did that whole side just that quick? Setting is not meant to be intimidating. It's a quick motion, quick back and forth motion with powder.
The descendants of Kush in Sudan and across
if you like to bake, that'd be you. But me, I like to get this in and out. I like to do it in and out. So it should be set and look something like that. Look something like velvet. It should look like velvet if you do it the right way. So
every breath of wind that touches the pyramids is a message to those who still search for their identity. You come from builders of worlds.
So I'm gonna set that little bit of concealer under my eye with the rest of that powder.
It reminds humanity.
That looks amazing, right? Simplicity is key. When I tell you, you don't need a bus load of makeup unless you want it, okay? So then I'll just take my dual complexion brush, and I like to do this one by marking the face with marking. Here, here,
and rising again.
Here, and I'm just basically marking where I want the coverage at. So I'm gonna start covering that up in stippling motions. This is just the concealer pot that I like to use before I put my foundation on, because it's going to help with hiding some of my flaws in my skin and all of that good things. To start off with a solid foundation.
Have you ever paused and asked yourself whether the Adam and Eve story you inherited is only the surface of a deeper well? What if the sermons and printed lines were fragments,
you know what I mean? Like,
of a far older witness?
So do you want to take it, and I like to buff it here in a back and forth motion, and that looks great. That looks great. And that gives us the good foundation that we need, not covering up too much texture. I don't want to cover up too much of my texture because that's a part of me, and I really like it. Alright, and now, as you can see, it's very pretty. I just could not take that glare anymore in the back of me, so I was like, let me just move them to the other side of my ring light. So I just plugged my ring light up and put you guys there, because I just seen like that view was doing nothing for my face. My skin was still looking a little bit out of whack, but now you can see the coverage in full glory. You can see the brows full glory. Everything's looking good. So the next step is to do something with these lips. Let's just prep those. What I'm going to prime my lips with is just a simple lip gloss.
The Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of
for right now, simple gloss.
Dust and breath, flesh and air, an origin told in a single
stuff.
stroke. But ancient African witnesses
have some type of
the canvas so bare. They open the story like a scroll.
Texture on the lips. Then I want to reach in here and grab my concealer. And with this concealer, I like to place here, here,
in these Ethiopian traditions, Adam's body
and
is
here.
shaped in 4 holy portions.
Now that's going to get it.
The earth of beginnings,
And I like to
bright with
just
first light and promise. From the west,
blend it this
the earth of
direction,
completion, heavy with evening wisdom and rest.
because I like the way it lifts my cheeks when I do it like this.
Tempered by stillness and the long patience.
And I don't like to put a lot of concealer under my eyes, so I just like to do the concealer here,
with fire and fertility.
my top
Each
lip,
measure is moistened
my
with the
forehead,
dew of heaven, then bathed
and
beneath the watch of the stars,
then layer
purified
on the
by
chin.
the lamps of the firmament. The first man stands as a miniature cosmos balance in a body.
Then we can
the
start just
world
buffing that
braided
out
into one living frame.
into an
Yet
upper
the
motion,
shaping is not the end. The breath
and
God
getting a
gives
little
is
bit of
no
that color
mere
under the
dust.
eyes without
It is a
darkening
spark,
up the face
shard
anymore.
of the divine, an ember of God's own spirit, set within a vessel of earth. When Adam opens his eyes, they burn like crystal flames, and the brightness of their wings
Then I'm going to grab my
to draw their wings across
my bronzer and highlighter duo.
see a brute of dust. They behold a mirror.
First I'm going to do the bronzing. With the bronzing, I like to put it
What does
on
that
the outsides
say?
of my eyes.
It says humanity
My forehead.
is not mud, animated by accident.
So let's
but
blend all of
earth,
that.
married
Should be
to
blending all that
eternity.
in
We
seamlessly.
are matter touched
Then I like
by
to do
majesty, the clay of the
my,
world carrying the pulse of
where I
heaven.
did my concealer
Every
and
heartbeat
right
echoes the breath that set the
under
stars to
my
sing.
eyes to
And
set
every
that
breath is a
concealer.
testament.
My
The divine
bronzer.
has come near, so near he lives with
Then I like to take the highlighter and press that
With such a spark, Adam perceives more than shapes
on
and
top of my
shadows.
cheeks like that, and I
The
like to like
traditions
blend that up.
declare he sees the
in
invisible
the upper
currents
motion.
of creation, hears the
This.
voices of angels in the wind, and understands the grammar of the world's first language, the speech of rivers.
Oh, that is so harmonious. Like that looks like
the wisdom of
lavender,
stars,
like some type of silk, some type of
his naming of the creatures is not a roll,
smooth
it is liturgy. He is the first prophet
velvet. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. And that's how
priest who stands between the garden and its God and offers the world.
I like to do my bronzer and my highlighter, just to give me that from Lit Within glow. You know what I mean? So I dab with that. Then I like to come back and I take my setting powder and I dip into my favorite powder brush. And I like to do this part like this.
We began not in shame but in splendor, not beneath a curse but beneath a crown. So hear me, you are not a mistake. You are not defined by chains, by the stories that tried to shrink you, or by the lies that sought to erase you. You are cosmic clay.
Then I'll flip it over. And I'll
stand in that truth, walk in that dignity. And if Adam bore such radiance, what of the one who stood beside him, the mother of all living, whose glory the old stories unveil, not as an echo, but as a dawn?
Then we're gonna blend it out just to have that nice veil on the skin, and you see that? It's amazing. It's amazing.
From Adam's side, a quiet act tucked into the margin of creation. For centuries, that image has been wielded to make woman smaller, secondary, a helper. But the African witness refuses that reduction.
I'm going to get my mascara. I've been using the Epic Lash by my favorite makeup brand. But they changed the formula, so I haven't bought the new formula yet because she was bamboozled out of the formula from this guy that started her brand. So this guy just like disappeared from the face of the earth, and like
her body shimmered with quiet strength, her soul burned with the wisdom of angels.
I don't know,
She entered the
but
world not as an afterthought, but as revelation.
yeah, I haven't tried the new one, but I have tried this one, and this has always been my favorite mascara. So juicy, you know what I mean? So juicy, it doesn't run everywhere like mine. I get so many compliments off my brows just was wearing this one, and then I'll just go back into lotion, everything back into the skin.
She carried sight, second sight, deep sight.
Then I'm going to take my lip liner,
What Adam could not.
my pumping lip liner, and I like to line my lips
Where he named, she interpreted.
in a brickish
What he began,
reddish color.
echo, but as harmony, the missing note that turns melody into song. This is complement without competition, difference without diminishment, wisdom, answering strength, tenderness, schooling power, intuition, walking beside reason like twin pillars before a holy door. Imagine that moment,
Wow.
Adam's eyes opening from the deep sleep and beholding Eve for the first time. Not flesh of his
You see how
flesh
that looks
alone,
on the lips? It looks so good on brown skin, and
he does not merely
if you don't think so, that's your opinion, but I know so. So I like to wear that one, and then I usually take a smaller brush
himself and his
and I blend that into my lip gloss.
together. They are not halves, but fullness, the image of God made complete in communion, the divine likeness refracted through two faces, two voices, one vocation. Hear the thunder in this. From the beginning, your origin
I just
is
blend that
radiance.
top lip so I can't
You
blend
were
it
not
no
born
more.
for subordination, but for stewardship.
That looks good.
To be silenced, but anointed to
Then I'm gonna
speak.
take my lip gloss, my lipstick from Bodyography, one of my favorite new lips from Bodyography, and
Announces that we were never meant to rule over, but to walk with. The first covenant between man and woman is unity, not hierarchy, mutual honor, before the face that formed us.
so that's that one. Like that a lot too. Wow, that's really pretty on me.
For our people, this truth rings.
And then I like to take my brown liner.
Our mothers and grandmothers have been the steady
And go.
men in lean kitchens, the midnight intercessors when sirens wailed, the sages on pews that held us when the streets would not. They nursed the future on their hips and guarded the gospel in their throats. Eve's
A little
light
bit
is
of
not
brown
gone
in
out.
there.
It burns in every black woman who has kept faith alive
Mm.
when the night would not end. To diminish her is to dim the very image of God.
And then I like to put a gloss on top of that.
Adam and Eve
This was a
built
nice
Storybook Park
little
as a sanctuary
look.
to
I
God
didn't know it
and
was gonna be
temple.
that pretty.
The earth as altar, the presence strolling in the cool of the day. 2 candles before 1 mercy seat. 2 priests in 1 holy place. In that first
So
litany
this
of
is the
love,
look of
creation
tonight. This is
learned in
tonight's
song.
look.
We were taught to
Everything
think
came up
humans
so
and
good, and it
wild
was a
flowers
fast
rivers meandering,
boom, boom, bang
sighing
look.
in the breeze.
How did I do, girls?
The ancient
Iconic, if you ask me.
unveils a sanctuary far more
So,
radiant.
thank you for being here. This is just a look. I mean, right now you can set if you want to, but I have some other things to do, like finish my studies. So that's what me and my boyfriend are about to do. So I love you all. Good night. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what else you guys want to see. I'll bring it right to
Teaching the
you.
land to breathe with God's